So hat trick. That was called once 3 times. Anyway, I thought I'd do another one. So this should be episode number 8. Shit, getting far. So I'm gonna get right into it. Hi Thanna, first and foremost I request that you keep this anonymous as it may have repercussions if anyone finds out about this. So I'm a Sunni girl living in London and have been speaking to or dating guys online. I would not necessarily call it dating as I have only met up with one person, who was an exception. I started speaking to this guy, a Shia Muslim, in August 2018 and we then went on a date and met for the first time in November 2018. I waited a few months to meet him so I could make sure he had good intentions and wasn't playing me when we met. When we met, the date went very well and we continued to text all day, every day, as we were doing before. We also then saw each other a few times in December 2018. However, these were not necessarily dates. In January 2019, he introduced me to one of his friends, whom I still speak to, strictly as friends. I'm aware that is weird. Also in January, he then decided that he no longer wanted to talk to me and that he likes me but doesn't want to date a hijabi. I've had several guys use this line on me and I'm not sure as to why they think that is a valid reason to break up with someone. He knew that I was a hijabi from the day we started talking and suddenly 6 months later it became a problem for him. We spoke about marriage and I was going to tell my parents about him in order to try it the halal way. However, this never really happened. I'm not sure if he used me being a hijabi as an excuse to hide the true reason or what. It may be the fact that Sunni and Shias are so divided that he did not want to marry me for sectarian reasons. I personally have no hatred or dislike towards Shia, but I feel as though this was the reason of him leaving. I still think about him and it frustrates me that he is not the only guy who used this line. Please can you give me advice to deal with this and getting over him? P.S. I'm sorry that this message is long, there is quite a lot to say. Thank you, Thanna. Okay guys, so I'm going to try and keep this concise and quick, okay? So this person, clearly because I'm running out of battery, this person, to me, this is what it sounds like. This person was kind of not serious, wasn't really looking for anything. But you know, he's talking to like lots of girls at once, so whatever, what's one extra to add? And that would account for the fact that he stayed that long without meeting you. Then he met you, thought, actually this is quite someone that I quite like, whatever. Continued messaging. Then maybe you came across a bit heavy. When I say heavy, as in you want what you want and you want something serious and that nothing is going to change that. And then he then thought back to the fact that can he ever be serious with you, and maybe his backwards mentality as a backward, not modern, a backwards Shia man decided I'm not going to marry a Sunni girl. Or even forget the Sunni Shia divide. I'm even looking deeper than that, to the fact that he wasn't serious to start off with, and when he saw how serious you were, he's like, I'm not really looking to be serious. So he uses the hijab as an excuse. He doesn't want to date. He said date. I don't want to date a hijabi. He didn't say I don't want to get with a hijabi. Do you get it? But he's decided that he's not serious. That's done. Like, we all can already see that he's not serious 100%. So he realised he's not going to get what he wants out of you without a headache, because obviously guys or fuckboys, whatever it is, that want to play around with a girl, they kind of assess the risk. It's a risk. They do a risk assessment, if you like. Is this girl, how am I going to combat the pushback from this girl? Am I going to be able to kind of like hush her down? Like, guys know a girl from the minute they see her. They know what kind of girl she is, 100%. So obviously maybe he thought he knew what you were like. He thought you were up for something, whatever. Met you, maybe realised actually you're nice, but you might not be up for what he thought you were originally up for. And then slowly within that 1 month died because of his losing interest, because he's not interested in something serious with you, or he wasn't interested in something serious with you, he was interested in something else with you, and he saw the headache that was associated with that and he pulled back. Now, the fact that it's being used to you, it's not the first time it's being used, that tells me you're coming off a bit strong, maybe. Look, at the end of the day, all of us want our relationship to end up in marriage, but there are ways to go by. Guys are kids, guys are like mature children, like you need to know how to deal with them. Throwing on too much too soon is gonna make even a guy that potentially you could turn run away. Especially in that point, like you don't want to be doing that early on. The only thing to do, because obviously a lot of women, like they like to love wholeheartedly and unconditionally, but the only way to be able to give yourself that time and not be heavy, because look, when you're giving a lot of yourself to someone, you're obviously going to be heavy. You're always obviously going to want your nikah and you want your marriage, you want everything quickly because you're giving too much, like it's a risk for you. You're about to lose shit. So my advice would be to not give that much. Give your amazing personality. Be amazing in the times that you speak to this guy. Speak to other guys though. 100%. Speak to other guys. Let your attention be divided. That's what's going to keep the guys around you until one guy follows through and takes you to the point of seriousness where he's like, you know what, let's just make this exclusive, let's get the nikah done, let's blah blah. But when you have that around you, when you're not giving yourself, your flower, your body to a man, your requirement that they, like you force them to prove that they're serious, it reduces a bit. Because if I'm talking to guys, technically in my mind, yeah, people can label me what they like. I'm talking to them as friends. I've got like 3, 4, 5 friends, say. If I'm talking to these people, I'm not really giving them myself. None of them get to see my body. None of them get to see me without hijab. None of them get to touch me. Unless I'm like spotting them, because I'm like that person that's going to shake hands with John and Andrew and shit. Whatever. Sue me. Haram police are going to have to field day with that. But the point is you're not giving yourself the version of you that you would give to your husband, to these people. And when you're not giving that to them, you start to feel a bit better about getting by through life without expectation until the guy comes, until that one guy comes and he gives you all the expectation that you want. He gives you that marriage, he gives you that nikah, he gives you all of that. So the fact that you're telling me it's been mentioned to you a few times, I would say you're coming off a bit strong and maybe pull back a bit. Talk to several people at once in your situation right now, this early stage. Talk to several people at once. Yeah, give each person your funnest side, your fun side, your cute, humour, like amazing personality side. Give each person that. Let them then lead where they want the relationship. Don't lead it. As women, we lead as women, as Muslim women, we lead relationships straight, one track mind to marriage. And sometimes that can... Ijat! Okay, I'll get you milk. Hot, warm or cold? Okay, I'm gonna get some for you now. So because by pushing it, you could kind of be, if it's not ready to go there, you could kind of be ruining it. I'm not saying that, you know, no guy is changeable. All guys, technically, if you're the right woman, they're changeable. But even if you're the right woman, if you're pushing it to a certain point that it's not ready to be at, then you could all just like blow over in your face. So when you're seeing these situations happening constantly, spread your wings. Talk to A, talk to B, talk to C, talk to D. Them to you, they're friends. In your heart, they are friends with the prospect that maybe one day there's a connection, it might lead to marriage. That's where the intention comes from. That's where your pure intention comes from. You're not just making friends with guys because her life. You're not doing that. You're doing it because you're trying to get married. You're trying to find the right person for you. When you do this, when you spread your wings, each person receives less of you. And when each person receives less of you, they start to want you more. They start to want your attention more. And when you have 4 people that you're talking to, you're not likely to give yourself to any one person. And when you don't give yourself to any one person, what happens is your expectations of like, I want marriage, I want a car, I want all of that, now they're lowered. They're put on the back burner for a while because you're not in a hurry. You're still getting to know people, whatever, it's cool. So that's my advice for that. I hope that's made sense. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, comment, like, follow me on social media, etc, etc, etc. I'm really sorry that these videos are getting a bit rushed, but I'm just trying to fit so many. I've received so many questions, guys, like you would not believe. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm getting anxiety, okay? Okay. So I'm trying to get through as many as possible. I'm like literally doing 2 or 3 a day now, or 2 or 3 every filming session, to try and get through as many as possible, and uploading them every couple of days, and like whatever, to have more to upload for you guys. So yeah, they're going to be shorter, maybe a bit more rushed, but you'll have more and different kind of content, rather than like 30-40 minutes on one question. We're going to be spending 10-15 minutes per question and get through more. Okay, anyway, thank you for watching, bye.